Today's video is brought to you by Magic Candle Company. What's up, YouTube? I'm back again with another video for you today. That's right. Today we'll be talking about Stitch. Again. That's right. Today we're talking about Stitch. Again, because why not? Because when I did my video last week, I think it was, when I talked about Stitch's native language, when I was doing research about that, something bothered me. It bothered me so much that I couldn't sleep. I couldn't do anything. I was just thinking about that one line that I read just all day and all night. It bothered me so much that I started doing more research. I started this, I started that. I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find any answers. So I started to think, well, what about this? What about this? Well, what about this? Well, what about this? And it drove me insane. So I reached out to people online. I got a few feedback, but nothing actually clicked. So this just drove me nuts because now I'm constantly thinking about this one line, which could potentially be a whole change to the entire Lilo and Stitch franchise and give us a little more information about Stitch himself. So let me read you this line that just drove me insane. It says, Tantalog is the native language of Jumba and Turtle. It is also the language used by an extinct but highly advanced civilization which is familiar body shapes to the experiments. So it basically states that Jumba's native language is Turtle, is Tantalog, and Turo is the planet that we see in the beginning of the movie where Jumba is being held on trial and Stitch is being basically exiled. But that statement says that, the people of Turo, so all those alien different species, whatever, speak Tantalog because they all understood, Stitch's language. Even Jumba Jumba understands it, obviously, but they all understood it. So the planet of Turo, they all understood it. But it also says that an extinct civilization also uses Tantalog. Highly advanced civilization with similar body shape to the experiments. So there is a civilization out there that looks like them. So I need to think about this for a few minutes to gather my thoughts. But while we're waiting, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and ring that bell so you don't miss the video, because I post a video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And let's get into it. So at first I started doing research, not necessarily on the extinct civilization, because I don't believe it's ever mentioned anything. So in order to get in the zone, the first thing I did was watch all the movies and watch the TV show, because the TV show is on Disney Plus now. Very exciting. So I watched through everything. And I wanted to do research on Jumba himself. It says that Tantalog is understood by Jumba scratch that whole segment right there. So I first started the research. I'm like, okay, what extinct civilization is Stitch based off of? Because I always thought that the experiments were just creating species, an abomination as they were called. But did Jumba actually make it off of the extinct species? If so, it's kind of cool because he basically brought an extinct species back to life. So why would he be charged for crimes for that? So then I started doing research about different species within the Lilo Stitch universe and trying to see different body shapes and structures and everything else that are similar to Stitch and all of his other cousins, because there is a lot. Considering he's 6'6", and we have up to 629. Maui, stop. So I started watching everything and just trying to, piece together, look at different species and try to figure it out. And at first I thought, there's not really much. There's not really too many characters or aliens in the franchise that look like him. So maybe it's just a creature we've never seen, or it really is extinct and he just based off it. Now the other question is, are all the experiments based off of these creatures did Jumba create each of the cousins in a different matter of the species? Do the species actually have these superpowers, or was that something that Jumba added to them? I mean, they were an advanced civilization, so for they could have had these crazy advancements in their biological nature. Who knows? So if these creatures were made from extincts, obviously we could use genetics and things could have passed down, and features may not been exactly the same. That's why I said it looks similar to that. But the question is, how did Jumba get the DNA for the experiments? So then we have to look back at Jumba. It states that Tantalog is a native language of Jumba, planet Turo, and this extinct species. So I started doing. So I thought about that for a minute. From that statement, it means that Jumba is not from Turo. He's from another planet. So I started doing deep research, watching the movies, the TV shows, everything. Yes, Lilo and Stitch TV show is now on Disney Plus, so go check it out. And it's like I'm doing an advertisement for Disney Plus. And I discovered something very important, which I think may crack the code here. But before I get into it, let's go to a sponsor. Do you ever miss the wonderful smells of the Disney parks? Don't worry, we all do. I mean, that's why I have Magic Candle Company. My wife loves these products. From their candles, to the air fresheners, to the essential oils, even the room sprays, which she uses as perfume. Yeah, she really does. I use the air fresheners in the car. Smells like Tower of Terror. My favorite is Splash, which reminds me of Splash Mountain. There's tons of these smells. It really reminds you of the happiest place on earth, the place that you love to be. I love to be. The essential oils are great too. My wife even says she even puts it on the toilet paper to make the bathroom smell nice. I never knew. I smelled the bathroom, smells nice. I never knew what she did, but now I know. Port Orleans has a subtle jasmine violet and Gardenia with lemon zest and vanilla. It really smells like Port Orleans. You go walk through it, that's what you smell. The Polynesian. This is the Polynesian candle. Sunlit palms, calypso citrus, wild hibiscus, teakwood island fruit, warm musk, and white sands. This is hand sanitizer called Pineapple Whip. Yes, it smells like Dole Whip. I wish I had a Dole Whip right now. It's kind of self-explanatory about what that is. We also have the Floridian. This is Floridian room spray. Green clover and aloe notes of watery green floral jasmine, lily of the valley, and cedar trimmings. That's what I want to smell when I go to the Grand Floridian. So there you go. You can bring the Grand Floridian right back to your home. And Splash. Like I said, Splash is my favorite. It smells like Splash Mountain, which is my favorite ride, if you didn't know that. Damp air and bromine water, which is what you smell when you're on that ride, especially when you get soaking wet and you gotta smell that all day. I love it. I don't know about you, but to each his own. And villains. I have little essential oil of villains right here. And villain smells like scorch bark, fresh cedar pine wood, smoky vetiver, damp earth, and oak moss. Like, these are just great smells. You just, like I said, you buy Magic Candle Company products, you smell like the parks. You smell like the resorts. They even have Universal Studios ones. So if you're not such a Disney fan and you prefer Universal Parks smells, they have those too. So go to MagicCandleCompany.com. Check out this website. You got a ton of stuff you can buy. And if you use my coupon code, which is World of Johnny, I will save you 15% off. So go check it out. Get these wonderful smells. And pick my wife. And use the room sprays as perfume. Now it's my Port Orleans. Let's get back to the video. So, Jumba does not have a home planet listed. It says his origin of his home, or his home planet, is just known as the deep space, which means he has been traveling through a deep space and doesn't really have a home until he becomes part of Leo, Stitch's, Nani's, and Prickly's. You know, they become in Ohana, so he has a home there now. But he doesn't have a home. We do find out, you know, he's been making experiments for the past, you know, like 30 years or so. So if if we don't know his origin of his home planet, what if his home planet is the planet of the extinct species? What if Jumba is the last member of that extinct species? He looks similar. He has like the same, not the size, he's much larger, but if you look at Jumba compared to Stitch, they have the same kind of, over here on the eyes. Yes, Jumba has 4 eyes, where, most of the cousins, I don't think any of the cousins have 4 eyes. I'll have to go through all the cousins, but they have a very similar thing here. Yes, the ear is obviously bigger, but if you look at some of the other cousins, they have the smaller ears like Jumba, and similar body shape, similar feet, similar body structure. If you really look at it, I'm gonna put a side by side comparison right here, and you can see that I think Jumba. So species is not extinct. Jumba is just the last remaining member of that species. Or he could be a descendant because of genetics being passed down. For all you know, he could be a descendant or a mixed species from the extinct species. So he could use his DNA within the experiment itself to create this extinct species and bring it back to life. Either he is the last member of the species, or, like I said, genetics and mixed species and things, transferring down, and genetics skipping generations, things like that. All that science mumbo jumbo. But if you think about it, Jumbo shouldn't have been punished, because if he was able to bring an extinct species basically back to life, yes, he was using them as weapons and destruction, and releasing them all over Hawaii on the TV show, and trying to catch them all and everything like that. But it's almost like you should be rewarded. Bringing a species back to life from extinction is like cool. If we could bring like the dodo bird back, or some other animals back like that, that were extinct, it would be really cool to see. And like, but no, don't bring the dinosaurs back. Yes, Jurassic Park would be really cool to see, but we all see what happens whenever we try to build a park with dinosaurs. It just doesn't work. So other species maybe, But either way, I guess you could say, yeah, him bringing back the cousins is like bringing T-Rex back and destroying stuff. Either way, before I go off on a ramble about Jurassic Park now, yes, my thoughts and my conclusion to this video is to state that Jumba is, in some form or fashion, a member of this extinct species in which their native language was Tantalog. Hence why, using the DNA to create the experiments, Stitch automatically speaks Tantalog. Obviously, we see everybody else in the movie speaking English, and they just understand the Tantalog. But yes, that is why he automatically speaks Tantalog. Automatically has these mannerisms of this extinct species, and is extremely smart because that civilization was highly advanced. So Stitch is the extinct species, and so is Jumba. So it's not really extinct anymore, or never was, because Jumba has been alive this whole time. It could have been something happened to the planet, and Jumba was sent away in a space pod, deep space, kind of like how Superman was sent to the planet after Krypton was destroyed. And the same way Goku was sent to planet Earth after, the planet Vegeta was destroyed. If you know what I'm talking about, it's okay. So, before I go off on another ramble, again, just like away 2 minutes later, make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell so you don't miss another video, because I post a video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And comment down below your thoughts, and if you have any other theories or opinions about this theory, please let me know. And check out my merch store down below. I got cool stuff down there, and I got more designs coming in the future. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you again so much for watching. Check out that video up there and that playlist down below. And hit that subscribe button over here. Just click my face. And then hit Lilo's face to go check out my Patreon page. Yes, I have a Patreon page. You should go check it out. I have content on there just for Patreon supporters. Behind the scenes, bloopers. I even got early access to videos that are just for you. So go check it out. I can use all the support. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time.